Well, I suppose I should probably finish up this tractor. So today, I think what I'm going to do is see if I can't get this alternator wired up and see if it works, because I don't even know. And then I suppose I get the tin on, get that all taken care of, and then I have to replace this tire and rim here because it's all rusted out pretty good, and this tire is the wrong size, so I got another one sitting over there I'll have to put on. Hopefully I'll be able to get this off and other one put back on fairly easily. Another problem I noticed when I was driving, and it's kind of got a clunk to this wheel, almost like a snap or a clunk, and it looks like the rim is actually loose on the shaft here. I think these these washers kind of went to crap on me, so I'll probably have to see if I can tighten those up, get this tight on the shaft so it don't wobble around. But first things first, let's throw a battery in it and see if we can get it over to the garage. Alright, battery's in it, gas is on, my exhaust cover is off. Let's see if she'll start. Yeah, I'll try that. We'll operate the choke with my foot. I don't have enough hands. Hey now, too much. There we go. Try that. Hard to do it trying to balance coffee between your legs and drive the tractor and hold the camera, but hopefully we can do it. Oh yeah, take the brake off too. Makes life a lot easier. Yeah, that was my main problem. Forgot I left that on. Well, we made her in. I made it this far and it died. It helps to have gas in the tank, so I put a little bit more in there. It should be fine now. But I think we'll start by trying to get this rim and tire off. See if I can jack it up and see if I can break these bolts loose. And once we got that changed, I'll fiddle around with the alternator and the tin. Well, I got it jacked up, and sure enough, she's loose. You can see all that play there on the axle. That's where I'm getting my snapping noise, and it's because the washers are broken here and the bolts are a little loose. So I went into my bucket of bulldozer bolts and I found 4 new washers, so hopefully I'll be able to get those bolts out, put these new washers on, and get this wheel to sturdy up. Well, I got one of the bolts out, and as you can see, it's been loose for quite some time. It's actually started to mushroom the head of the bolt on the bottom side. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clean this up and probably grind these little edges down so I can get a wrench all the way on it, and then use my new washer and throw it back on, because I don't have any bolts this size. I have bigger ones, but not this size. And here's the washer. You can see it's all mushroomed in and broken in spots. There's the other washer. They're junk, but I think I can use the bolt, hopefully. We'll see if I clean that up, I'll be able to thread it in far enough to make it work. It looks like it got banged up at some point. Probably the last guy who had it out. But we'll clean that up and see if we can take care of this. Alright, I got my new washers in on both sides. I have a feeling this will only be a temporary fix though, because these bolts are so mushroomed on the end here. I have a feeling they're going to dig into these washers relatively quickly probably, and just end up coming loose again. So for now they'll hold. I'll probably end up having to get new bolts, but it'll work for now. And I went ahead and I hit one of these nuts on the clamp with the impact, and it seems to be coming off. So hopefully I can break all these loose and go ahead and pull this rim off. Well, as you can see, I got the tire and rim off there, and these bolts actually, the nuts that were on here actually came off surprisingly well. I only had to use the 6-foot cheater pipe on one of them, and got the nuts off. Had to pry these little caps off, the little clamps, and then I had to beat on the back of the rim with an axe to get it to break loose. Once I got it broke loose, no big deal. I got it rolled out of the way. These things are heavy. This one's really heavy because it's liquid filled. It's got calcium chloride in it, so it weighs an absolute freaking ton. I think if I dropped it on the ground, I wouldn't have any chance of picking it up. So I'm going to try to roll it in front here and attach it to the plow and move it around with that. But first, we'll get this new tire on. It's not in the best shape, but at least it's the right size, and the rim isn't all rusty like this one is. So what I got to do is roll that into place. And I'm going to line up these two blocks with the spot in the rim here that they fit into. I'm going to have to actually put the valve stem on the inside because of the way the tire's mounted to here. It's like a left-hand side tire or something, or right tire. But whatever, I'll just have the valve stem inside. It should clear everything. So I'll get that rolled into place and then bolt her up. Then we can let her down and start working on everything else. Well, I got the tire on here. Went pretty smooth. I just set it into place there and threw the clamps on and tightened them down. Looks like it'll work pretty good. Everything's solid. Also went ahead and wired the alternator up. I used one of those old chintzy jumper cable wires for it and got that wired into the battery, so hopefully that'll work. Also went ahead and threw the tin on so it looks more like a tractor now. Some of these things are a little bent up, so they don't line up perfect, but I really don't care. I think we're back in the game. Unfortunately, I left the ignition on while I was sitting here, so the battery died. So once that charges up, we can fire it up and make sure that the alternator's working, and then go ahead and haul this tire out of here. Well, I fired it up and the alternator doesn't seem to be working, but that's something I think I'll troubleshoot later. I may just have a bad alternator too. I have no idea if it ever worked, but for now I got the important thing done. I got the tire swapped over, and I got the rim on the axle a little bit better so it shouldn't flop around. So for now I think we'll fire it up. We'll get this tire set out somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but put it out there somewhere and park it for a while. At least I got it all looking like a tractor again.